footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunters are the playbook, breaking down the Seahawks versus the Rams. Let's start with the Seahawks in this game. I had to sit back and was in admiration of the way the Seahawks played last week. Physical and fast. That has to be packed in your suitcase as you travel to St. Louis. You have to be physical and fast when you play in a team like St. Louis that can beat you in so many different ways. So I look at the offensive side of the football for Seattle. The reason being, they had the balance. They were able to run the football with Marshawn Lynch. Tavares Jackson had time in the pocket to find targets downfield. Now, Sidney Rice may be out this game with a concussion, but they still have Mike Williams, they still have Baldwin, and they still have solid play at the running back position as an evidence of getting these backs out of the backfield. So I look for these guys to attack the Rams the same way the Rams are going to try to attack the Seahawks. They're going to have to make the Rams cover every blade of grass. Leon Washington, Marshawn Lynch are guys that can catch the ball out of the backfield. Force those outside linebackers to worry about these guys in pass coverage, and that way you can take advantage of those one-on-one opportunities with those wide receivers down the field. Now, defensively, when you're playing the Rams, it's all about taking away Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson is playing on fire right now as he came back from injury that he suffered in week 1. But the Seahawks have the defensive line to win that battle at the point of attack, and they're going to have to win that battle against Steven Jackson, because if the Rams have balance, it could be lights out for the Seahawks in this matchup. So another aspect about it, the Rams will try to spread the Seahawks out, and they're going to try to attack the Seahawks where they're weakest, the nickel and dime corners. So I look for these guys to have help over top or underneath with those outside linebackers. So the linebackers being able to cover in those zones and protect those slot corners, that's going to be a huge matchup to watch in this ball game. You look at the Rams coming in. Just mentioned, the Seahawks are weaker as you spread these guys out consistently. So I look for the interior receivers, whether it be Salas or whoever's going to line up in the interior for the Rams. They should have some success. It may not be the big name stars. It may be whoever's going to be the third and fourth corner. You have to like the matchup. Your third and fourth corner are better than the Seahawks' third and fourth wide receivers are better than the Seahawks' third and fourth corners. And that's going to probably ease things up a little bit for Steven Jackson. He may find some running room if the Rams stay in those spread formations. Also on offense, if you're going to attack the Seahawks, you have to fight fire with fire. The Seahawks play fast. You also have to play fast. You can play fast with the controlled passing game, those short passing game, those short quick passes, and force your wide receivers to make one miss and beat their defensive backs after the catch. And that's going to be the biggest matchup. Defensively, it's all about making Tavares Jackson beat you consistently through the air. He plays well in spurts. He's a great leader, has mobility, but it's all about making him be consistent. So what I'm saying is you have to make sure you make them one-dimensional. Force this game to be Sam Bradford versus Tavares Jackson, and that's where you can have the advantage. So you have to take away Marshawn Lynch. And the biggest aspect that no one's talking about, special teams. Special teams has to be solid. They have one of the more dynamic returners in the game in Leon Washington. Force the Seahawks to consistently drive the length of the field. Don't allow these guys those big plays in the return game, because that could flip field position. X factor for the Seahawks has to be the way they played against the Giants. You have to be physical and fast. So if you bring that same aspect this week, they can have some success. X factors for the Rams has to be Sam Bradford. What's going to happen? He's going to be under duress a lot this game, so his mobility is going to be key. If he can step up and take off, he can have some success and really neutralize what the Seahawks want to do on defense. I'm going with the Hawks in this game. I think the Seahawks win this matchup. The reason being, their defensive line matches up well with the offensive line of the St. Louis Rams, and I think that's where the game will be won. And the Seahawks are playing well balanced right now on offense, so I like the whole aspect of where the Seahawks are playing. I think that's going to be enough to beat the Rams. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.